Hey guys, welcome to Fandom Sage Powers, where we discuss comics, heroes, villains, and the Dawn. Dawn of X, that is. We are at our X-Force issue number 4, and we're diving in right now. I call this meeting of the Quiet Council to order. The breach of Krakoa's perimeter, and the subsequent attack on our population, resulted in the deaths of more than a dozen mutants. Myself included. Though it might sound strange to say, I'm glad this happened. Because despite their best efforts, we're still here. The attack only reinforced our strength and unity. But questions have naturally arisen. Questions about our vulnerability. Questions about security and defense. Questions about retaliation. Questions about our new enemies. Let me answer these questions by telling you a story of the gods. Everyone knows Hercules for his strength, but did you know that he spent his early life in hiding, living among the mortals, for fear that he would be killed by those jealous of him? Of course, he didn't fit in on the earthly plane, and when his true nature was revealed to him, he hoped to become divine and achieve immortality. So he began the 12 labors, a gauntlet of tests the demigod would have to survive. Probably this sounds familiar, but here is what you might not know. He would have perished if it were not for his half-sister, Athena, the goddess of wisdom. She scared away the Stymphalian birds. She returned the golden apples of Hesperides. She saved Hercules from his madness and escorted him out of Hades. He had the muscle, but she had the mind. In previous issues, they have alluded to a binary type of team where one half is the intelligence side, gathering intel and investigating and doing like the CSI portion of things. So I'm assuming this is going to be Beast, Jean, and Sage. And then there is the other side of the team, which is going to be the closed fist to that open hand. That is going to be the strike team, which is Wolverine, Domino, and Kid Omega. So I like this whole kind of setup, how they're presenting it differently from past X-Force iterations. Pretty cool. Jean, since you already interviewed Madrox Prime, maybe you could tell us what the duplicate saw. I can do better than tell you. The psionic replication isn't perfect, the same way a facial composite from a sketch artist isn't perfect, but it's something. They are expertly efficient, perfectly timed. The same as the crew of assassins that assaulted Krakoa. But note the weapons. 5.56mm caliber compared to the 7.6mm that took down the Professor. And their tactical gear is brand name. The assassins, by comparison, were outfitted with custom manufactured tech. Are you saying they're not the same threat? I don't know what I'm saying. I certainly would prefer if they were one and the same, given that we have no new leads into the assault on the island. That's it. That's the end of what we know. We might have been lucky the Duke survived long enough to be reabsorbed, but Jamie wasn't. It was agony for him, and I feel sick just to share the memory with you now. The chopper flew in from a western heading. How far offshore are we? New York is 15 miles away, but the helicopter obviously came from a ship. Obviously. Please, enlighten us, Sage. I've already scanned all satellite tracking systems. No shoreside air traffic aligns with the timestamp of the attack. The storm system was 11 miles wide and disrupted all radar for maritime and air traffic, which they must have planned for. A cloaked attack. The helicopter wouldn't have fared well in high winds, and their scuba gear could only accommodate a short distance. So, I conclude, obviously, that they came and went from a nearby vessel. Nothing seems obvious to me right now, except that the humans are trying to destabilize us. We already knew that they stole a shipment of petals, but this wasn't merely a grab-and-go operation. The petals might be misdirection, distracting us from what they were really after. Data. Our interface is impenetrable from the outside, so they came inside, omitting the firewall. It's the same strategy they used to stage the hit on Xavier. Get inside, target the intelligence. They So you seem certain they're the same strike team. Isn't it obvious? We're in the crosshairs again, but this time the aim is financial. They use this hub to access our central intelligence. And I'm now seeing a maze of cloaked transfers in dollars, euros, pesos, yuan, yen, rubles. Xavier serves as the shadow chairman and primary stockholder of the following organizations, some of which rank as Fortune 500 enterprises, but his involvement with the companies have been largely kept secret to avoid calling attention to his wealth and power. He is also the creator of the digital currency known as the X-Coin. His exact wealth is incalculable, but since mutant sovereignty was declared, he is now widely considered the wealthiest and most powerful man alive. Some of these investments were made for altruistic reasons, but the majority were strategic, meant to influence news, entertainment, and education, or allow for political, legal, monetary, and fiduciary gains and control. But all of them are united in this common cause. They laid the foundation for securing the dream of Krakoa. Xavier gets shot, but he's resurrected. Xavier gets robbed, but he's a billionaire. I guess we'll have to ask Apocalypse to know for sure, but this hardly seems like the end of the world to me. Any assault on Charles Xavier is an assault on all of us. Just as any assault on Sebastian Shaw is an assault on all of us. So, what's your suggestion then? Send out a sandstorm and 1,000 scarab beetles to exact our revenge? Since this is a quiet council, I feel it right to demand you to shut your mouth, Shaw. The humans are not worthy. When you allow someone who is not worthy a taste of power, they will gluttonously and poisonously seek out more. Every empire's fall begins with a peasant's hunger. So, we hunt them down and we kill them. Do I need to make a motion or something? Isn't it as simple and delicious as that? No. It's not. I saw Charles die. Make jokes, make threats. Deny it all you like, but for about 24 hours I know you felt the same panic and grief that I did. Since then we've learned about factory-built soldiers, and a masked council, probably a little like this one, doing their best to undermine everything we've built. Don't you dare assume we're invulnerable. They've got their council of soldiers. I assume we're here to formalize the same. Who are our soldiers? X-Force has had many iterations in the past, but we're living in the future. Krakoa is not an island. It is a nation. And so X-Force is not a team or a militia or a platoon. It's a mutant CIA. Oh, Charles, how gross of you. I would really prefer not to compare ourselves to human institutions. If we are talking about the mutant CIA, I think we need to strongly consider its moral compass. If we're talking CIA, there's no moral compass except nationalism. Bring on the blood and the blackmail. Please, I don't think that's a fair comparison. It's much more complicated than that. Can we quit arguing semantics? The humans are after us, so we need to fight back. If Athena is our CIA, then Hercules is our Delta Force. So we've gathered our intelligence, and now we gather our arms. We hear you got some toys for us to play with, Forge. You looking for stuffed animals and wiffle balls, you came to the wrong place. But if you want to get outfitted with some of the very best in blades, bullets, and bombs, I got you covered, Short Stack. Now this whole concept of the biotech is so sick to me. I think this is probably one of the coolest things that has come out of the Krakoan era. Forge had a very big hand in crafting the gates and the relay systems, the hub that kind of connects all the gates together for the transit. He's done quite a bit actually with this tech we haven't learned a lot about yet. This is where we see the fruits of his labor. He's got his little toy shop and all these really cool gadgets. Pretty sweet. Go ahead and give up. You should find it reassuring. My tech always wins. Not always. Enough with the foreplay. What are you up against? Heavy firepower. They treated me like a lab experiment, carving me up in their flesh factory, and I'm eager to return the favor. I heard about that, and I'm sorry as hell it happened to you. But they'll be sorrier. What am I looking at? Been playing around with Krakoan organics, hybridizing them with my standard arsenal. Renewable ammo, I assume. Long as you root and water it every night, you'll never run out of rounds. But sometimes it's quieter and more fun to stab. It's very versatile, really anything you want it to be. Release me, you lowly mechanic. A hand cannon, an earthen sword, a grappling glove, a Swiss Army mitt. The roots bond with your nerves, so the interface is neuro-responsive. Play around with it. And good luck. Not that you need it. What about you, Junior? I'm already the ultimate weapon. I need no accessories. Great. Next. But wait. This what I think it is? Punch bowl of adamantium. Professor's orders. There whenever we gotta put you back together. This actually gives me an idea. Don't suppose you can make me...
X-Force, this is Sage. Suit up and head to the gate hub. Now.
Let's roll. Next time, maybe short stack.
Sensors indicate another heist is underway. I've had a constant monitor on all of Xavier's businesses. Minutes ago, the surveillance went dark on a facility outside San Francisco.
This is Green Space, a clean energy startup that experiments with Krakoan tech. There are scientists and security on the ground, but they're not Madrox's dupes. They're human allies. Many of them Xavier scholars from Stanford. If they die, there's no coming back. We're on our way. What's waiting for us on the other side?
The gate will take you into the center of the facility. Expect immediate engagement.
Roger that. X-Force is a go. The hell? If I'm still in Krakoa, then where are... Oh,
Gates been closed and the security threat nullified. Time to empty the pockets of these so-called gods.
wow, that was crazy. These guys are not messing around with them. So I'm assuming this is Xeno, the same shadowy group we've seen since X-Force #1, and they are being quite strategic and hitting the mutants where it hurts. I can't wait to see how this kind of turns out. They're gonna have to like find out where they're stationed or their headquarters to really get at them, because right now they got the mutants on their back foot right now. If you like this episode, please give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and do that now, and I'll see you in the next issue.